Assalamu alaikum students. We are talking about the types of business organizations right now. Before this, we completed the term organization, then types of organization. Right now, we are going to cover the types of organization in this video. So, as for concerned with the types of organization, you will find that there are a number of different types of organization. There's sole proprietorship, partnership, and then the um, limited liability company, cooperatives. Let's start from the sole proprietorship. Sole proprietorship is a type of business in which one individual starts the business and he is also the manager as well as the owner of the company. We can say that's an entrepreneur. He might have few employees with him and managing the all issues of the business, including marketing, including accounts, including bringing order, and then the production, all of the things leading. He's an only individual, and in this particular type of business, the employees working under one person who is the entrepreneur, who is the actual owner of the business, wants to satisfy him. So in this particular organization, everything which the entrepreneur said, you can say is the order of the day. The simplest example of the is a sole trader, and you can say the small grocery stores in at the corner of the street or in the somewhere near about. Likewise, in India, in Pakistan, you see that on the small streets you are having some sort of small grocery stores, small butler shops. These are the example of sole proprietorship, that the one individual is running the business and managing the all issues of the business. Then you see that another type of the business is a partnership, in which two or more than two person collected their capital, collected their money, collected their skills, and shared the responsibilities with each other. But the both of the business, either it is an entrepreneurship or the partnership, are generally having unlimited liability. Means if they are taken some sort of extraordinary loans, and if they bear some sort of loss, and this loss is greater in terms of financial assets, they have to sell their property, they have to sell their home, they have to sell their car to pay them back. So there is an unlimited liability. They have to pay the each and every penny whatsoever taken from the others, or they are committed to pay that, or they are making some sort of promise with them. In partnership, some of the countries we are having an option of limited liability partnership. The limited liability partnership or limited partnership are these two partnerships. In the limited liability partnership, you have to register your partnership as limited liability. In that case, the loss is maximum up to the limit you have invested in the business. Means if you are going towards the insolvency, your business is got the bankrupt, which is running by the partners, the only money invested in the business will go in the loss, and they don't have to sell their property, because now the business is a partnership, is separate entity. But there are different types of rules available in the different countries, but you just should aware that there is a pass and there is a type of partnership which is called limited liability partnership. Next we go for the limited liability companies. In these companies, the investor will only bear the loss with the money which he or she has invested in the business, not more than that. One of them is a private limited company, in which few of the individual jointly collected their money in the business, and they people who are the owner generally become also the part of the management or the part of the board of directors, and they run the business. We called it private limited company, means that private for few people who have invested their money. While as for concern with the public limited company, this is a company which can sell its shares into the stock exchange. Means this company is running by collecting the money from the public, a small amount of money. Against that small amount of money, they are being offered a certificate we call share certificate. And business is run by the experts board of directors who are elected in an election, and in which vote is given by the shareholders. So the board of directors are elected by the shareholders. They will vote in the annual general meeting, and they elect the board of director, and they will run the business. So means that business is run by the separate people who are the expert in business, and the owner are the shareholders. So shareholders are the owner in me, and these shareholders are too many in number, means is a public, huge in number, while running by the board of directors, means BODs elected by the vote of the shareholders in annual general meeting. But it is again a company in which loss is up to the money invested in the business, not to the personal asset of the investor or the shareholders. That is why we called it a public limited company. It means its liability is limited up to that. Many other organizations are settled by the government or the state to giving basic services to the citizens. Likewise, law and order, like police, for to defend from the external enemy, military or defense forces, likewise air force, army, navy, intelligence, road and railway authorities, education, school and college network, and healthcare hospitals. These are some sort of organization. In many countries this is run by the government or the state to provide the basic government services, including the need of the lives. So this is what we call the public sector organization. This is owned by the government, this is owned by the state, and they will run not for profit, they will run for to provide them basic services to fulfill their political aim or the aim of the motherland state to provide the basic need to the citizens. While the companies which are not owned by the government or any of the government institution, we call them non-government organization, are called private organization. If it is not owned by the government, state or any bureau of the states, we call them private organization. In many countries, the private ownership is allowed in states, in England, in Hong Kong, in India, in Pakistan. So these they are allowing the people to that they can own the business organizations. So many of the businesses are private business organizations, likewise Nestle, likewise Unilever, Procter and Gamble, Reckitt and Coleman, Pepsi, Coke. A lot of example of that. Charities, you see number of charities, Mother Teresa charity, Greenpeace. In Pakistan you see ED Trust. So these are the charities, and Hamdard, Waqf India, Waqf Pakistan, and then the clubs, likewise Rotary Club, like Gymkhana Club, Royal Palm. So these are the clubs which are organized by the money of the people. Then you talk with the cooperatives. Here is an example of cooperative society. Suppose we all are the people who want to get some a plot to make a home, and we don't have a real estate interest, but we want to get some sort of place where we can make a home. So we registered a cooperative housing society. We collected our money in a one pocket. Suppose a lump sum of money given into the one pocket, by which we bought a huge plot, and this plot is further broken into parts, and each part is given to each member of the cooperative who has given to money to run it. So this is the organization which is run by the money given by the members, and this is for their common economic, social and cultural need and aspiration, for which we have collected our money, and by which we bought the huge real estate plot, and then it's broken into small part. We also prepare roads, we also prepare utilities over there, and now we are constructing our homes. After 3 years or a fixed span of time, we arrange an election in which number of different people participate as candidate, and we vote them, and democratically we elect a chairperson. That chairperson will run the society and see if there is any problem. Likewise, if I have make a home in a cooperative society and my sewerage is not properly working, I given a complaint and he arrange somebody to resolve my issue. And let's suppose the road is broken, we have written down an application given to the chairperson, and he see that yes, it is a real issue, and he resolved the issue. In this way it works. So the owner, we are the owner, we all are the owner, because we all are given the money to buy the land and on which we are making our home, and after election we elect a chairperson, so it's a democratically controlled. Prepare output means this output is our home. Homes are the plots on which we make our home, and running it meet needs, and its meet needs they have arrange and make a security wall or the boundary wall, gated community. They arrange the security guards who are protecting inside the society. It means that they have also make some playgrounds, like a building or a club where we get together. So they are meeting our social needs. So it's we call the cooperative. So there are a number of different types of cooperative. I have given the example of cooperative housing society, and you can also give the example of cooperative bank, in which members arrange the money and they can get the loan from it, and this loan is obviously given them on the low rate of interest and the market rate of interest, because money belongs to them. So here we are talking about. Now we can discuss a small issue, a little issue, likewise companies or the organization. Particularly we are discussing the organization. So operate in which sector? If you are producing food, if you are producing wheat, if you are producing corn, if you are producing cotton, then you are working with agriculture. Even you are producing sugar, food stuff, these sort of things, then you are associated with the agriculture sector. If you are going into digging the land and getting some sort of coal, gold or copper or gas, then you are in a mining industry. Then you are in a mining industry. If you are working with the institution, like you are establishing a bank, giving loan to the other, you are associated with the finance industry. If you are let's suppose what we can say, the Alibaba, and you have also listened the name of the popular Walmart and this sort of good names. So then you are a retailer, you are buying the things and selling to the others. So very important name that just click out of my mind. The popular name is Amazon. So you're going online, buying the goods and giving to the people. We call that retailers. Then the services organization, hospitals, education, school, these are all the services organization. And if you are running a transport company of trucks, buses, train, then you are in a transport industry. So these are the different sectors for which in which organizations works. Next is you will see that in the next video will arrange the test of this small topic for you. Thank you very much for your joining. Allah Hafiz.